Welcome to Hodge, Podge, Australia. Today we are making a surprise inside cupcake cake for cupcake lovers that also love cake. You're going to want an 8-inch round tin that's all lined, and I have 2 cupcake batters here that I've tinted in pink, orange, blue and teal, and we are going to do a tie-dye effect. For that you will need a skewer or a stick of some kind, obviously not a stick from outside in the garden, but like a kebab stick or something is fine, but I'm using a skewer. So start by putting in little bits of your colour at a time. I'm going to start with my pink, teal and orange. Then getting your skewer, simply swirl those around. Now you don't want to actually mix them because obviously then your darkest colour is going to take over. You just want to swirl it so that the colours get mixed in with each other and you get that lovely tie-dye effect. Do that again with some more colours. Using your skewer, twist that all around again. Mind the sun's hand getting in the way, asking what colour that is, give it a swirl and continue that until you have used up all of your cake batter. Give it a little bit of a tap on the bench once you're happy with your mixture and then pop that in the oven to bake as per the instructions. Here is our tie-dye cake all finished. Now that needs to go in the freezer once it's cooled down so that it can fully set. Once that cake has set, you want to make up another 2 batches of cake mix and just put a little bit into the bottom of your relined 8-inch cake tin again so that we have the base of the cake done. Then get your tie-dye cake out of the freezer and it's time to cut some slices. Because we're doing a round cake this time, it's a bit different to doing a rectangle or a straight line surprise inside cake. Doing a round, you need the outside of your surprise inside cake section to be thicker than the inside because it's got to go round in that circular motion without a break. There's our lovely tie-dye colours. So you want to cut a slice out at a time of your cake, and that is what you're going to cut your shape out of because that's going to make sure that the outside is wider than the inside, and that way it's going to go back into your cake tin flush. It's not going to have any gaps. It's all going to go back nicely into a ring. So get your cutter of choice. Mine are these cute little cupcake cutters. Cut out your cupcake shape, and here you can see how it's nice and thick on the outside, nice and thin on the inside, and then just line that into your cake tin. So the great thing about having a little bit of cake batter in the bottom is that it just sticks up into that. So continue to do that with all of your pieces, one section at a time. Cut out your little cupcake and then line it up flush with the other piece that you've already put in there and continue that round into a circular motion around the inside of your cake in the center. And to finish off your baking process, you simply put the rest of your cake batter into the pan, starting with the center and going around the outside first. Don't just dump it all in because that may push out your little cut sections and cause some gaps. So make sure you do take the time to putting it around the outside first. Once that cake is baked and cooled, give it a crumb coating and then cover it in some white fondant, just as I have done here. Now it's time to decorate our cake. I'm going to get a smaller cupcake cutter because it all came in a set. Isn't that handy? I'm going to roll out some yellow fondant and I'm going to cut out some little cupcakes out of yellow fondant. I'm also going to do the same with some hot pink and some blue. So cut out a whole bunch of cupcakes, pop them over onto some baking paper so that you have them on hand, ready to decorate your lovely white cake. When you have your pieces ready to go, grab your little paintbrush and a bit of water for easy applying. Put some water where you want your first cupcake to go. Grab the colour of your choice of where you want to start, but don't worry, you're going to have all of the colours up the top at one stage or another. So I'm going to start with some yellow and stick that onto my cake. Then I will move on to my pink, so add another little bit of water. We might as well do that whole strip all in one because it's all going to get stuck on there. So let's add a pink cupcake straight underneath the yellow cupcake. And then with this cake, as it is not exactly 4 inches high, the bottom cupcake is not going to fit in its entirety. But if you just line it up directly under your last cupcake and then using a small knife, cut off the bottom and tuck it underneath. So you can do that all the way around the outside of this cake, alternating the colours so that you have it in sort of a cross pattern, or a diagonal is more the word I'm going for. You want a diagonal pattern going on with these. I will do one more layer so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And there are a couple of ways you can finish off this cake. You can get a smaller dummy cake to do the same pattern on the top, or you can simply add another couple of larger cupcakes on the top so that when you're cutting into it, you have those lovely surprise cupcake tie-dye pieces on the inside. Thank you so much for watching another Hodge Podge Australia video, and we'll see you again real soon.